Helldivers 2 is not in a good spot. I think a lot of the community can agree on that. With the escalation of freedom update out, and it almost being 2 weeks at this point, and the details from the CEO are still being lackluster, Helldivers 2 is heading down a very deep and very dark hole. Starting off with something that has been bothering me personally, I am extremely tired of these quote-unquote leaks I've been seeing. Someone will see one minute detail and immediately say, this thing will happen next week. No, it's not. But I am also sick of Arrowhead at the same time, because there have been teasers from them that the community has seen within the first month of the game being out, and those teasers are still nowhere to be found in the game. I've seen so many armors, stratagems, nothing yet to actually have been seen in game. Now anyways, moving on, people, myself included, are upset with the fact that the developers keep nerfing items when they said that they wouldn't, and also when they should be buffing other items. Did I think the incendiary shotgun was a little overpowered? Yes. Do I think it was a right call with their nerfs? No. Do I think they should have buffed other primaries? Absolutely yes. I'm sorry, but the fact that some of the assault rifles do not feel very different from one another tells me they are not focusing on the right things, especially since this game is not a PvP game. This is a PvE game. This is supposed to be continuous fun that doesn't make me want to rip out my hair. I'm supposed to be enjoying myself and not feeling restricted like a figurine in a certain jar. I know that the flamethrower itself was not nerfed, but the way that the flames behave. Now, I do think that the flamethrower was a little overpowered, but goddamn, if I'm gonna be constantly swarmed by a behemoth chargers every 2 minutes, what else am I supposed to use? They should have approached this change a little bit differently, especially for the flamethrower. Now, I think the update was good. I like the new enemy types. I like the new difficulty. A lot of things about this update. It is just the nerfing of items rather than making us feel stronger when delivering democracy. So I have taken the liberty, no pun intended, and decided to rework the anti-tank mines and the flamethrower. Now, for the anti-tank mines, I'm completely reworking it. Take away the minefield aspect of it. Make it a backpack stratagem. Make it to where we can only carry 4 or 5 anti-tank mines and buff the damage. It should not be taking 4 mines to kill a single Hulk. It should take like 1 or 2 max. But with the placement of it, make it an animation where we crouch down to plant it on the ground and set the charge, so that if we are being chased by Hulk, we plant it and boom, it steps on it, and that's it. It has the pros like I mentioned above, and the cons is that it makes you separated from your team when you're trying to lead the Hulk away and you're trying to set the mine, because it's going to take time to deal with the Hulk like that. And if you really want that element of surprise and you plant it ahead of time, you have that option if you want, especially for defense missions. Okay, again, talking about the flamethrower and reworking it. Make the flames stick to armor and make it burn and crisp the armor to the point where that armor is decreased to the previous tier, to where you can just shoot it. And what I mean by that is, for example, like a charger has heavy armor, shoot the flamethrower at it, that armor over time becomes medium armor, and a primary or like an MG43 for example can shoot through that armor now. I don't know if that would entirely work, but it is better than what is happening now. The only reason I want the flamethrower reworked now is because it basically is just a worse version of the MG43 that shoots a flame that goes 5 feet. All in all, what I am trying to say is that another game is going to whisk away the crown from Helldivers and its unique game. I am talking about Space Marine 2. I know it isn't out yet, but it comes out next month, and if Arrowhead keeps going on this path, they will sorely be disappointed in themselves by the way they handled things. I'm sorry to say, but this is tough love. I love Helldivers 2. It has been one of my most favorite and best gaming experiences I've ever had, and I genuinely do believe Helldivers 2 and Space Marines 2 can peacefully coexist with each other. Arrowhead just needs to screw their head back on and actually listen to the player base. Please, Arrowhead, your community is extremely divisive right now.